Who's the hardcore prankster on Stranger Things? How did Millie Bobby Brown almost ruin the costume designer's wedding? And what prank nearly scared Gaten Matarazzo to death? Hi, I'm Dylan, and you're watching OSSA Movies. And right now, you'll get to know everything about the craziest pranks on set of our all-time favorite show. Millie and Noah's prank. When you have a cast full of kids, get ready for pranks on set. Stranger Things is no exception, especially during the shooting of Season 1. In many interviews, Noah Schnapp did not hesitate to proudly proclaim that he and Millie Bobby Brown were the biggest pranksters among the cast of the hit series. They played the most epic pranks on the crew of Stranger Things, and even the show's creators, Ross and Matt Duffer. Once, they pretended that Millie Bobby Brown was really sick. "We put water in my mouth and then I started puking up the water." According to Millie, that was the very first prank ever played on set, so we can assume that the showrunners took the situation very seriously, to the excitement of the kids. "That was a good prank. They fell for it," confirmed Noah Schnapp. And it seems like the kids got a taste for it, so their second prank we're going to tell you about was quite mean. Prank with a script. The cast of Stranger Things are so charming and lovable that you just don't suspect them of being cruel. And even if they are experienced actors, they're still kids who just don't think about consequences that much. Probably that's why the details of the proudest set prank, as Noah Schnapp called it, are a little bit vague. So what's the story? Noah and Millie Bobby Brown made their costume designer, Emily, think that her wedding was ruined. Noah called her on the phone, pretending to be the manager of the venue that Emily had booked, and told her that the place was no longer available just 2 weeks before the event. The prank was definitely a success because Emily believed it. We were right next to her, like looking at her, and she was bawling. Noah and Millie were very pleased with their success, as their planning had paid off. They had even written a script and prepared some music to play while Emily was put on hold. As Gaten Matarazzo said to People TV, Schnapp and Brown explained everything to their crew member half an hour later. Why did it take them so long? Well, Gaten explained, they were scared of getting slapped in the face. We don't know what Emily's actual reaction was, but according to Noah Schnapp, she got over it. By the way, Gaten Matarazzo also got pranked by Millie Bobby Brown at least once. Stalkers Call. In an interview with Build, Gaten Matarazzo revealed that Millie Bobby Brown loves to prank call him. Taking into account that Gaten doesn't like to put in all of his contacts' names, chances are he'll pick up the phone even if he doesn't know who's calling. So when the actor was in Florida for a Comic-Con, Brown called him, pretending to be his fan and a stalker. Millie was talking in a different voice and with an American accent. You do know she's actually British, don't you? And told Gaten that she loved him and they're meant to be together. But that wasn't all. She managed to really freak Gaten out when she said, quite meaningfully, "I see you." He actually sprinted up to his hotel room, while the voice on the phone continued to tell him that she was watching him. Of course, Millie Bobby Brown eventually told him it was her, but now you know why Matarazzo calls her a hardcore prankster. The Duffers prank. If you are part of the Stranger Things cast or crew, get ready to be pranked, especially when the Duffers themselves like to play tricks on their actors. It's shocking, but Millie Bobby Brown didn't know that she had to shave her head until the final audition. She had a telephone audition, a taped audition, and a Skype conversation with Matt and Ross Duffer. Then she flew to Los Angeles for yet another audition, and after all of this, Millie still had no idea about her character because of the secrecy around the project. And when she finally got approved for the role, Ross Duffer told her about that tiny detail. Well, not exactly told. In an interview with IndieWire, the young actress revealed that the showrunner came over to her and made a bzzz sound, pointing to her head. No wonder Brown didn't understand the hint and had to ask what he meant. However, luckily she was okay with the idea of shaving her hair off. But Sady Sink wasn't really okay with the fact that she and Caleb McLaughlin would have to kiss on set. You definitely remember that in the end of Season 2, at the Snowball, two couples had shared their first kiss. Initially, there was only supposed to be one pair kissing, Eleven and Mike, but Ross Duffer suggested that Max and Lucas should do the same. He was just kidding at first, but later he decided to include the scene for real. Sadie Sink was really stressed out, especially when Ross Duffer told her it was all her fault. "You were so freaked out," the showrunner said, "that I was like, well, I gotta make her do it now." Well, if that doesn't seem like a prank to you, here's another example of the Duffers' dark sense of humor. The dead body props. Remember how shocked and terrified Joyce was at the sight of her son's body? So was Noah Schnapp's mother when the Duffer brothers led her into a dark closet and showed her a frighteningly realistic corpse of her son. Yes, it proves that the dummy was super realistic, but the ethics behind that are… questionable. Luckily, Noah's mother saw the funny side of the joke. As the Duffers told Entertainment Weekly, she was startled at first, but we felt like maybe we crossed a line, but after the initial shock, she loved it. And however terrible that story might seem, last year the cast of Stranger Things kind of repeated that same prank. While promoting season 3 of the show, the cast, accompanied by Jimmy Fallon, surprised their fans in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. They made up a remarkable exhibit that, unsurprisingly, looked very real. And when the visitors were invited to take a photo, the kids would spring into action. The unsuspecting fans were screaming, laughing, and even crying, scared half to death when the wax statue started moving and talking to them. How would you react if someone pulled a prank like that on you? Let us know in the comments below. And as usual, thank you for staying with OSSA Movies.